Hello there, I'm Simon Hackney. Today's painting is a simple acrylic with a silhouette in the foreground. I will include the silhouette in the blurb here on YouTube, so if you check out the box below you'll find a link to where you can download it. Also, if you'd like to win this painting, it will be unframed. Watch through to the end of the video to see how you can do that. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you paint along with me. Thank you very much. Just to show how easy it is to actually do that. The actual silhouette is going to be this. It's going to be a lady sitting down, and this is just one that I've simply drawn out and blacked in. Okay, and I will include this file or a link to this file on the YouTube video so that anyone that wants to have a go at it can download it and have a try. Okay. So to begin with, we've got a 10 by 12 canvas board. I've primed it with white gesso. In the palette today you'll see we've got a mix of colours in there. We've got, as normal, I use 2 lots of white, one to keep as pure white and one to mix with the other colours. Black, Prussian blue, ultramarine, rose pink, pale pink, cerulean blue and cadmium red. If anybody wants to see how to make that palette, just go onto YouTube and you'll find a video on there of how to do it. And I'm just going to take some water here and I'm going to spray the canvas lightly with water. Also, when I mix my paint, I'm going to be using this, which is a slow drying medium. And I'll just mix a little of this with the other paints, with the acrylic, before I apply it. I've got some pale pink. I'm just mixing that with a little bit of the medium to try and keep it wet. And I'm going to try and keep the colours fairly simple on this. Fairly simple. I'm going to work quite quickly because I want the paint to remain wet. And I've just taken on the same brush a little bit of permanent rose. We're going to blend those like so. Give the brush a quick wash. Into some ultramarine. And then into Prussian blue. And finally, right at the top, we're going to go into black. Okay, taking a clean brush, I'm going to work from the horizon up. Simple strokes backwards and forwards across the canvas for now, and just start blending that together. Right, let's give that a quick dry with a hairdryer. Okay, there we have our background colours. Now taking one of these, which is a small, very cheap, 3 for £1 from the works, stippling brush. I'm going to go into the black and the Prussian blue, and I'm going to mix them to give me a very dark blue. And then I'm just going to start stippling a darker sky. Just darken this sky a little bit. Just fade it down into the foreground. And I'm actually bringing the corners in, so it's giving you like a vignette effect, which will in fact draw the eye into the painting. I'm just stippling some black now. I'm going to start putting in some different colours into this sky, some different blues, different blacks, just mixing the different shades on the palette. Okay, we're getting there. Right, with a softening brush, I'm just going to soften this out. Just blend it all down. Okay, we've got some sort of sky there. In the background of that, I'm just going to add some distant hills, some sort of distant countryside. I've just got some Prussian blue here, just to add a little bit of form, a little bit of shadow area to these hills in the background here. And at this stage, these are just to give me a rough idea of where I'm actually going to paint them. So it's really the underpainting for what's going on in the background. Okay, taking our stippling brush again, I'm going to go into some white, and a little bit of the pink, pale pink, and I'm going to start stippling on here somewhere where we can have the Milky Way. So that's going to run down the canvas like so. I'm just stippling this gently straight on to the canvas. And that's a mixture of white and the pale pink. To start to bring that together, I'm going to go into Prussian blue, and through that here and there, quite randomly, I'm going to stipple in some darker colour and bring some black into that as well. when you look at the night sky, people tend to look at it and think, oh, it's black, you know. And it's not, in fact. You have a good look at it, or look at some good photography of the Milky Way and the stars and the night sky, and you'll see that there's a lot of different shades of blue, different things happening up in the sky. It's not just one colour. So just taking our fan brush, we're going to add some stars into our sky. Now I'm going to take a round hogshead brush get some of the white, mix it with some of the water, so it's quite a runny paint. I'm going to start water. It needs to be sort of inky consistency. And I'm actually going to start flicking some more concentrated areas of light, stars, into our Milky Way. Okay, that's not looking too shabby now, it's starting to take shape. I think with that same brush we'll give that a wash. I'm going to go into some of the pink, I think, and do what we did previously, mix it with some water. And just introduce maybe one or two areas of colour just by spattering the paint onto the canvas. Like so. I hope you enjoy these tutorials when we do them. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell that's next to them, and as they come out, of course, then you'll be notified when there's any new ones. Any comments would be nice. If any of you would like to comment on these, please do. Any questions I'll answer as soon as I can, but I can assure you that everybody will get an answer. So with a fan brush now, I'm just going to dip this into some of the black, add a little bit of water to make it quite loose, and very gently, since I haven't got much paint on there, very gently I'm going to draw this down over our Milky Way, just to give us a more realistic look. I'm going to take a softening brush actually and just soften that slightly there. And it comes down towards the horizon, like so. Now taking our hogshair brush, our round hogshair that we had a minute ago, dip it in some water. I'm going to go back into this white. This is the pure white that I had separately in the palette, so it doesn't get contaminated with any other colour. I'm just going to flick on a few more stars here and there. Just down towards the horizon, I think. Now, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Prussian blue and just add a little bit of detail to this background here. I'm just going to add here a rock of some description. Rocky outcrop, something happening here. Be a rocky ledge or whatever. In between this and this, I'm just going to add another level of something going on, so that we've got a bit more depth. In our image. There's no detail as such. It's just very, very, very simple, because what we're going to do on here in a moment, we're going to put our silhouette. So I'm going into the different pinks like we did. Blues. Prussian blue. And finally, of course, right down on the bottom, we're going to have the black. I'm going to blend all this. Up into the existing canvas. Blend what's already on the canvas here, like so. We'll have some sort of outcrop over this side as well. Okay, now I'm keeping these colours, I mean these are just simple black, I mean there's no detail in here, nothing to worry about. Now I'm going to try and follow the contour of this. Across our water here. Like so. So a few random stars out there. Don't worry about it going on the black, because we'll paint over that in a second. But with a softening brush, I'm just going to pull that across so that it gives us some sort of reflective quality in the water. Okay, I've just added some sort of reflective area in the water there. I'm going to take my palette knife, a little roll of paint on the palette knife as we do, like so, and then just up here put in just a couple of water lines. One or two, not many. Not many. Maybe just where the headlands, these little beachy areas poke out into the water. Just one or two on there maybe. Okay. Right, not too bad. Okay, here's a sheet of the silhouettes, okay, one of which we're going to be using. And I find the best way to do this, now there's lots of ways you can do it. You can either, you can get a pencil and you can see the silhouette through the paper and you can actually draw around the silhouette. Okay, turn it back over, put the silhouette where you want it and then redraw around the silhouette, and it will transfer the graphite line from the back onto your painting so you know where it is. Alright, all we need is a little cutout area like that. Now this silhouette is going to go on there. Okay, so it's a lady and she's going to look like she's looking up at the sky there. That's the plan. Okay, I'm going to be using this. It's wax free tracing down paper. Okay, and it's just graphite paper basically. Okay, I've got a small piece of paper, graphite paper, just larger than my image. Okay, so we're going to work out where she's going to go. Don't worry if she doesn't quite come down and touch where you expect her to, touch the rocks, because you can paint those back up, so that's no problem. Now what I'm doing, I'm just going to actually draw around this image here, and this should transfer the image onto the canvas. Okay, that's the image transferred. Now it's just here. I don't know if I hold up to the camera if you'll be able to see it. There. You can just see the faint outline here. Okay. Right. Taking a small brush, we're going to go into black. And we're just going to start actually painting on our silhouette. Just following the outline, and then we can bring our rock that she's actually sitting on up to meet her, so that's no problem. Okay, now what I've done actually, when I've drawn this silhouette, I've kept it as simple as I possibly can for anyone that just wants to do this as a complete novice, a complete beginner. I'm just following the outline of our tracing. And this is just pure black on a very small flat brush. If you're not comfortable with a flat brush, just use a fine brush. And there she is, staring up at the sky. I'm just going to have a bit of foreground perspective here. Nothing too elaborate, just a couple of fence posts really. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, and if you'd like to win this painting, then go to my website and leave me a comment through the contacts page with your email address, and I will send it out to you. It'll be unframed, but I can post it anywhere in the world. Okay, we're going to have a draw for this one in a month's time, so you've got a month to go over there and leave me a comment if you'd like to win this one. Thank you for watching, thank you for painting with me, and I'll see you next time.